Pilots collection, replacing their old Pilots collection that came out in 2012. When you think about Zenith, you don't normally think about Pilots watches. However, they have a very deep, rich history with Pilots watches. And it's something that I don't think a lot of people know about, because when you think of Zenith, you immediately think of the El Premero and, of course, chronographs. However, they do offer a full line of Pilots watches, including a chronograph. Zenith Pilots watches have been around since the beginning of aviation. The first man to fly across the English Channel in 1909 had a Zenith Pilots watch on his wrist. In the late 1930s, Zenith also began manufacturing of aircraft clocks. The Type 20 was a hand-wound aircraft clock that was in the cockpit of the French Air Force. So it was on their dashboard. These were dashboard clocks. They also manufactured other things like altimeters and stopwatches for airplanes during World War II. And in the late 1960s, they also manufactured mil-spec chronographs using their famed El Premero movement. So they actually have a very long, very rich history in Pilots watches. Today we're taking a look at a watch that came out in 2023, so last year. This is what their new Pilots watches look like. This is actually in 40 millimeters, a lot smaller than their previous versions, and this gets a slotted dial with a date down at the 6 o'clock position. It has the Zenith star. It says Zenith up at the 12 o'clock or right below the 12 o'clock. This gets a black dial. This is a stainless steel version. They also make a ceramic version. And like I said, this is in 40 millimeters. You're getting a 13 millimeter thickness, a 7 millimeter crown. So these do get very large crowns. And you're also getting a 49 millimeter lug to lug. So the lug to lugs here are a little bit on the larger side for a 40 millimeter watch. However, these are very wearable watches. I believe they come with two straps. One is a fabric strap, one is a leather strap, and both of those get quick release. They also have a butterfly clasp, which is very nice on these watches and very easy to operate. However, the star of the show, of course, is the high beat, the 5 hertz El Premero movement inside this watch, 3620. And like I said, that operates at 5 hertz. It gets 60 hours of power reserve. So this is a very good looking movement. Also, the rotor on this watch is in black, and it's blackened and made to look like an artificial horizon. So that's basically a dashboard instrument, something that would be on the dashboard of a plane. So that's what they went with on the back of this watch, and I think it looks really good. This is meant to be a tool watch. You are getting 100 meters of water resistance. You're getting a flat bezel that is brushed. It is polished on the sides. You do have a polished edge throughout the whole entire case, on the top and the bottom, throughout the lugs as well. This is a tool watch. You're getting 100 meters of water resistance. It is very legible. You have a lot of lume. You have very large indices on this dial. Those are filled with lume. The hands are filled with lume as well. So it's very legible at night as well. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. I think this watch fits my wrist very well. Even though it has a pretty long lug to lug, it fits on my wrist perfectly. One of my favorite aspects of this dial is the date at the 6 o'clock, taking the place of the 6 o'clock position. It is very symmetric. I do like that. It's way better than getting a date at the 3 o'clock. I would love no date. However, I understand that they have to put a date on a watch like this. So at 6 o'clock, where it's sort of hidden, I think works really well. Well, there you go. I think this is a very good looking watch that is very under the radar from Zenith. Zenith have a very rich history with Pilots watches, and obviously they are better known for the El Premero. However, they should be better known for their Pilots watches. This watch comes in at $7,800 in stainless steel. They also make a ceramic version. They also make a chronograph. The chronographs are a little bit bigger at 42 millimeters. However, those are really cool as well because you are getting an El Premero chronograph movement inside those. It is a dual register layout, a bicompax layout, and I think those look really good as well. You're getting a big date instead of that date at the 6 o'clock. You're getting a big date at around the 6 o'clock as well. All in all, I think the whole collection is good looking. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think of the history? Did you know that Zenith had such a deep history in Pilots watches in aviation? I'd like to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you're interested in this watch, I will put a link to Zenith's website down below, so definitely check them out. And that's really it. Thank you for logging on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.